This is just a tutorial based on the new incident section and some of the changes that are in there. So let's look at the incident section. First thing you will notice that the register is different, but we are bringing back the other view of that incident register with the icons in it, so you'll have the choice between this view and the other view. So only a couple of weeks away. So you're looking at one of the different things in the system as well is you can actually add multiple people to an incident, something that a lot of clients have requested. So the mapping kind of process is still there, so you still need to, if you need to find out how to map, just go to the helper and say how to map someone. It's where if this icon is here, that means that this person or one of these people, obviously this person here, is not in the system as an employee, volunteer, contractor, client, whatever it may be. So you will need to add them into the system and then come back to this icon and update it. We are actually putting that a button here that you can just go add to clients. It is coming. That's not far away. The incident form itself, you would see that it has had a change, but all the same fields are there. We've just added more, and it's just in a different process, which makes far more sense. And again, this is in consultation with many clients. So you've got your incident types. Previously you used to have the green plus sign, red minus sign beside there where you can actually add your own incident types. But now, and this is one of the major features that's been added in, you can actually add your own incident types here into that list, but you can actually build the bottom half of the form to suit your business by using the literally selecting that, and it brings up the checklist feature, which we've linked into that. So if I've actually selected event in the incident type, in the incident form, this is all the same. Yes, it needs to be, but you're looking at, it's actually built a bottom half of the form here. So you can actually create all these different things here relating to your business. So so basically at the end of the day, it allows every individual company to build their own bottom half of the form to suit their needs. So let's go through this incident form. We'll just select save an event. It does have severity levels. At the moment, it'll just highlight that in the kind of print document, but we are making that feature do something. If it's a certain level, it'll email alert this person, etc, etc, etc. So the same thing with the incident types. Depending on the incident types that you select, you'll see in stage 2 of this upgrade that if it's a behavioural incident, you can make that go to HR department. If it's a vehicle incident, you can make it go to someone else. Instead of previously, when you actually logged an incident, it all went to the same person at the same site. So that's a really good upgrade from, a lot of people have requested that over the period of time. You've got incident time to date. This field is just highlighting whether it's Eastern Standard Time or whatever it may be, because we now actually have a new feature inside the system where everything is actually timed. So when you're actually entering a site inside the system, you can actually put whether it's Eastern Standard Time or if it's Western Australian Standard Time, whether it's Daylight Saving Standard Time, and then when you're doing all these things, it's logging the exact time and date. Another big upgrade to the feature to this section. So we can just works the same way as it did before. Same field, exactly the same field. That's the same field. Describing incident, actions taken. Basically at the end of the day, we've actually put this initial action taken in there because a lot of people requested that field. Who witnessed it and so forth. This is something that a lot of people have actually asked, where add another witness. You've got your sites, you can relate it to your sites down here. This is a major upgrade feature. If I select on this, you can actually upload a picture of your site and you can actually drop a pin on that picture. stage 2 of this whole upgrade. It says that where you'll be able to develop map report with all pins all over it to say this is where all my incidents are coming from, if you're right across Australia or right across Western Australia or New South Wales, wherever it may be, because it's just pinpointing the latitude and longitude of that incident from the graphic uploaded. Please note that you'll need to send us that graphic to get that right, because it is a bit of a process to get in there and do that, but we are happy for you to send us your maps of each individual sites or whatever maps that you want actually in there, and there is no charge for that. So location and description, these were the exact same fields that they were there before. So the location was on the stairs basically, and the stairs were slippery, same field. These are non-mandatory, the department field. So if you've got departments in your system, so therefore, whereas previously everything was related to a site, we've now added a new functionality where you can add departments underneath that site, because a lot of these companies have a site and have multiple departments. If you don't have it, just leave it blank. You can relate it to activities. We've put this field in here where you can now relate it to chemicals and machines. They were always there, the same fields. This bottom half of the form is the bottom half of the form that I created for the event type. So yeah, so basically it was a asset and it was property damage, and I can enter all those details. So now I can literally, when I've got an event, might be related to a product that you actually have, or it might be related to a building or whatever it may be. You can actually build this bottom half of the form to suit your needs. That is a big upgrade. Save and proceed. So in this part of the form, yes, I know this used to be the initial part of the thing where you selected whether employee, contract, volunteer, client or student, wherever it may be. But a lot of people, when they did it wrong, so then they didn't proceed. So that's why this section starts off as it is, logging the incident, what type and all that kind of stuff and so forth. Then you can actually come here and select on the employee and select your list. Now if the person's not in the system, you can add a person not in the list. That's something that's been requested by many people. It will go in there as a map. And in the icon, the orange icon, that's where you actually have to enter that person into one of these registers for them to actually be mapped. That's if they're not inside the system. So as you can see, that you can actually expand these points here, because if there wasn't any first aid or emergency services and so forth, and you've got here, you can actually see we've put phone numbers and all these different things. This is from requests from clients. Any bodily injuries, these are all the same fields, nothing's changed. So it's just that you can expand them or not. We are defaulting them back to this level here so you can expand. So at the moment they're defaulted to green, and basically defaulted back there, and then the person can fill this form in very, very quickly. Was the person a parent contacted, and their details and follow up and so forth. We're just adding to this field, put some other fields in there, but that's coming. You can just select that and actually highlight on the form this needs following up. You can upload images inside there. You can actually upload more than one image. You can add another affected person, because many incidents involve more than one person. So another great feature, and requested by multiple clients. And then you can save and proceed and move on. So with this, I wish to remain anonymous, we are taking that out, but you can add that field into the system if you wanted to when you actually build something via the incident type. And you can actually add that field. We're going to put it in as a checklist field that you can go, oh, I want to add, I wish to remain anonymous. And why is that? It's for privacy reasons with all this new kind of legislation with behavioural and psycho kind of processes and all these different things. That's why that's there. So, but you will not see that icon coming up shortly. You can select a selected person, or add a person that's not on the list, and as I mentioned, you'll have to map that person. So to Do you require a follow-up? Again, you can expand this. We are going to be adding some other questions to that. At the moment, it just highlights in the PDF, hey, they do not need a follow-up. So, and you can sign on screen. You can actually add actions here, hazard tier and maintenance in this page here, whereas before you couldn't do that. So, and you can submit. So it'll go into the register as red. It'll actually highlight in the register whether they're a client, employee, a contractor, whatever it may be. We didn't have that before. So it, then you can actually undertake the investigation. The investigation form has a new look. All the fields are the same. It's just got a new look. So you're looking at, this is actually highlighting what happened. So a lot of people actually have wanted to have, say, I want to do it right there, so I'm doing the investigation relating to exactly what happened. It's highlighting the infected person's details up here. If there was more than one person, it'll put another tab, another tab, another tab. So you can actually do an investigation on every individual affected person. So then you can actually do the investigation, and all this is here is expanding the boxes instead of having it all open like it was before. So you can just go through there, and they're the exact same kind of process that we actually do. You can sign on screen to finalize, and it goes into and then it goes into the system as orange, as normal. Then basically, if you come to the supervisory report, the supervisory report again are all the same fields that were in there last time. It's just actually in a way that you can actually expand or whatever it may be that you want. We are going to be adding the action fields, hazards, maintenance, etc. on this sheet again, as well as in the investigation form as well. You will have the chance to log an action, a hazard, and maintenance from all three sheets. Again, they're non-mandatory, you don't have to do it. So there has been a major upgrade to this section here. We've also got in this incident section a quick incident form. You can actually enter details really quickly. So you don't have to go into so much detail. So that's something, again, people have wanted. They don't want them to fill out a great big form. So this will have its own QR code shortly, and so you'll be able to print a QR code out for the main incident, or you'll be able to print out a QR code for the shorter incident. Another feature we've actually got now, and it's available, is the system now has its app available, offline functionality. So at the moment you can log an incident, log a hazard, but these are all done. They're just in testing, and they should be pushed out around about the first week in July 2023. So this is going to make your users nice and easy to use, because all the basic functionality is there. There is no charge for the app. All you need to do is go to your phone's store, type in WHS Systems, you'll see our icon, download the app, and then just log in using your own username and password that you do to log into the live system. It's that easy. If you have any questions or anything like that, please don't hesitate to book yourself in for a Zoom meeting with me. You know I'm always available for training sessions and all those different things. I am, though, building a series of inductions and training courses for the incident module. So not just your step-by-step guides, yes, they're coming as well, plus videos, but also an actual induction training course that you can get your employees to do, and it will be in the induction section, and they actually go through a course and do that. If you do want that kind of induction inside the system, please don't hesitate to contact me. Well, I hope you like the new upgrade. I know it's a big change, and people don't like change, but it is for the better, especially with all those new features. Thank you.